What is going on, Cowboys Nation? We're going to start off this week with some Malik Nabers tape, and really I'm going to break this down for you guys to show you what kind of dangers he can present on Thursday Night Football. So let's go ahead and get started. And first thing I want to do is point out that he's right here on the screen, number one. He's going to run down the middle of the field and kind of try to carry your backer and get some yards after catch. This is a different type of team that we're going against, and it really goes into our favor because Daniel Jones is a drop back passer that really wants to throw the ball, and they've been successful with their one win against Cleveland, and we also have a win against Cleveland as well, and they're doing that by giving it to Nabers. You'll see here with speed, he's able to get by his man and really pick up some yards. Number 84 doing a great job blocking for him, and he's still able to take that hit at the end of the play. He's going to creep out here in the backfield. You can already see there's some misdirection going on here. And really when he gets the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. He's like CeeDee Lamb. He can get out there. He can make people miss. And Daniel Jones isn't afraid to kind of let it go and let it fly his way. Even though that was a miss, it's something that, we got to be careful of tomorrow night. Is he going to run down our defense while we stack the box? That's probably something that the Giants are looking at doing. They're going to look at putting Malik Nabers in these one-on-one situations where he can break tackles and go against possibly even our third corner. We don't know what's going on with Carson's injury right now and his shoulder. And you'll see even twice in this film, in his 18 targets against Washington, they've gone and thrown Nabers 2 deep balls where they're trying to get him behind the safety. And even here, just a quick 5-yard route, they're trying to get the ball in his hand, and they want him to spin around, they want him to break that tackle, and they want him to go ahead and get yards after the catch. Like I said, reminds me a lot of CeeDee Lamb, and Daniel Jones is out here trying to even get it to Nabers in the red zone. 3rd and 1, when they need to make a play happen, they're doing the same thing. They're throwing it to Nabers right away, and guess who's getting the touchdown? It is Nabers. He is that clutch guy that can make it happen, so he is somebody I'm worried about tomorrow when we're going up against our matchup against the Giants. It's a tough week for us. It's a short week and a quick turnaround, so we're going to need to be able to cover this guy. They're trying to get him the ball in the screen game, like you can see, the deep game, the intermediate game, the short game, really anywhere they can get him the ball. And when it's working, they keep feeding him. So look at this route and look how much separation he's getting against the DB. He's getting quite a bit. It's almost 2 yards of separation here, and he's able to secure this catch and go out of bounds without any concern. And again, same game. Daniel Jones is flying it out to him. 3rd time. It doesn't mean that he has to get it done and get the completion, but it makes the defense respect Nabers that much more when he wants to go down the field. And 4th and 3, they got to have it. Who do they go to? It's Malik Nabers. They're down by 3 points. This is the guy that I think that Trayvon Diggs needs to shadow, and he needs to cover all game. He's a problem. They have beef, and if they're going to start some Twitter beef together, Trayvon Diggs better be down to be on this guy every single play. And Igbenogany, it's interesting to see him as a corner that's out one-on-one against him. Malik Nabers again in the red zone. They're going for it, right? Big throws here, even in double coverage. Daniel Jones wants to give him the ball, feed him the ball, and he is feeding off this yak.
Get through the trap.
Let's go back to this play real quick in terms of how these guys line up. So you'll see Nabers is even putting his hand out here and he wants the ball. And Daniel Jones is going to give it to him. 25 is just in trail coverage now. There's nothing really he can do. And Nabers has a blocker with 84 in front of him. And he can just go out of bounds and really save the Giants some time here in order to try to make this comeback. So this is tough, right? Like Giants played Washington hard all the way up until the end. It's 18-18 with 3 minutes to go. I don't want anybody to go ahead and think that, the Giants are some scrubs here and we're going to go ahead and beat them. Giants have lost 12 straight on Thursday Night Football, and Dak Prescott has won 12 games against the Giants. Everyone wants Dak to be a hero, right? But the Giants play hard, and Brian Daboll's on the hot seat as well. So that's the concern here in terms of the film room. We're going to go into our next game, and this is against Cleveland. This is the game that they won. So let's see what he does here. fewer targets this game. He was targeted an insane amount against the Commanders, 18 times, but just about 7 or 8 times here in Cleveland. He's getting a jet sweep when they need it, 4th and 1. They're always finding a way to give Malik Nabers the ball when it matters, and the thing is, what he's proven through the first 3 weeks is he is that guy to make these plays. Even on these rushing plays, he's still able to be dangerous and try to get something done. Pockets collapsing for Daniel Jones. Like I said, for these guys to be successful, they want to pass out of the pocket. So it's really important that the Cowboys get pressure this week. And he's letting it fly, man. He's letting it fly here into this zone where Nabers has found himself just behind this defender. And, you know, he's able to secure some separation to give Daniel Jones that comfortability to make that catch.
Who broke free.
And he breaks free, and it's tough, man. He's a sick route runner. He comes from LSU. He's a first-round draft pick, and they picked him for a reason. They picked him in the top 10. He can get it done, and he was showing all these highlights throughout training camp, right? We saw in the last the last game there, they threw it to him 3 times deep. They throw it to him deep again, probably against one of the better corners in the NFL, and he's coming down with this catch, right? Sorry, that wasn't Denzel Ward, but either way, look at this catch that he's coming down with. This is insane. Like, the strength that Malik Nabers shows here to even come down with this, like, my God. We'll just put this in slow-mo and do kind of frame by frame. The way, you know, the defender has the ball and he's able to kind of take that back. Look at this coach. He's kind of like halfway in the air. And he thinks that they got the interception. But Malik Nabers has proven all these guys wrong, man. He's a #1 wide receiver in the NFL. And when you have a #1 wide receiver in the NFL, they make a big difference. That's why we paid CeeDee Lamb the big bucks. This is like the next Odell Beckham for them, right? He's running Wildcat just to make sure they can get options to get in the red zone and get points. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands. And again, in the red zone, Daniel Jones is going to fire his way. He's going to be open. And look at this catch, right?
Let's see the feet, Kenny, first.
He's able to get up here, get 2 feet down, and make sure he's in bounds.
Touchdown, and now, yes, makes up for that.
His foot is on the floor before his hand gets on the floor here. So I think we just went through it right now, right? And we just proved like how dangerous this guy can be in the NFL. And not only is he doing this in college, he's now doing this against top-tier competition. So I'm a little bit worried, right? Maybe this wasn't the guy Trayvon Diggs should have been talking smack about in the offseason. Nabers is here to play. On this slant route, he's even able to get separation. You can see at the beginning of the route, they were so close to each other. It seems like they locked up number 23 on him all game. And that's the problem, right? I don't think he's looks like Denzel Ward's down here. It doesn't look like he's Cleveland's strongest corner, and they're just force-feeding him now, and that's my worry. Is he going to go up against our second or third corner and kind of do the same thing? I want Trayvon Diggs to take him out of the game because I do feel like he's the biggest threat for the Giants, and we've seen him multiple times again and again throughout this video. He keeps getting targets in the red zone, and they're giving him opportunities to score, and just like right here, he is scoring. He is getting open. He's making these tough catches. He's able to kind of... This is a sick route, man. Look at this. Like, he's faking to go this way for the fade, but he ends up cutting in, and, you know, this defender can't do anything.
No, but too late. Doesn't matter.
It's tough to guard this guy, and he's strong too. Stronger than you would think he is with the build that he's coming in with. These are tight games again that the Giants are playing in. They want to throw it deep to Nabers. I keep telling you guys, they do it over and over again. They're giving him opportunities. That's 2 deep balls in a row that they went to him with, and another intermediate route, and they're hoping that he can close out the game for them. It's 21-15. It's getting close, and he's their clutch player that's going to make sure that the Giants walk out with a win. This is what we need to be, you know, ready for when it comes to the game here. Are we going to be able to go ahead and get it done against Malik Nabers, or is this going to be a situation where, you know, they set up the run for Nabers to go ahead and do his thing. Let's see you tomorrow night.